Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am making a planner layout using my favourite things, a bubble over with joy. I'm just pulling them all off the backing here and I'm going to stamp them onto PPS sticker paper, just using my Lawn Fawn acrylic block. So just playing with my lighting here to get it right, it's just reflecting off the stamps here. So I'm stamping them on just using some Memento Tuxedo Black. That's my usual go-to ink. I'm just using Prismacolor pencils with this, so I'm not too worried about like water blending or anything like that today on this planner layout. I'm so used to doing cards, I don't even know what I'm saying. So carefully just stamping out all the image, fitting them in the best that I can so I'm not wasting any of my sticker paper. Just working my way through. Sorry for the big head in the way, making sure I get it all in nice and straight. And stamping out the last one there. Alright, so now I'm going in with my Prismacolor pencils, and I also will be using a blending solution. I'm using the Art Spectrum Odorless Solvent, which I have put into a little glass jar with a sponge, and I'm just using a blending stump to blend that out. So the purpose of the sponge is so that you're not over soaking your blending stump. So this way you just get a small amount of the liquid onto the stump and it just allows it to blend nice and easy. So just working my way through. I'll show you one at a slow, just a little bit sped up, and then I will extra speed up after that, so you've already watched it once. So with the pencils, I am no expert with pencils. You guys know me, I'm a Copic user. I am just starting out with them, still playing around with them. So at the moment I am starting with my darkest colour. I just add down where all the shadows will be, then I go down from there, so down to the middle colour and then to the lightest colour, and then just adding a quick coat of the lightest colour, and then I'll go in and blend it all out using the paper stump. Just adding some pink in for the cheeks, the ears and the little nose. So here is my blending solution. And now I will carefully go in and blend out the areas. These are only little tiny stamps, so you don't need to be doing too much. Just carefully blending that out. I usually go in little circles, round and round and round, and blending it all out. So that's a little bunny done, and then I will go into his little outfit. I thought I'd mix up a few different colours here and see what kind of blend I could come up with. So I'm using some reds, but I'm also using a reddy purpley kind of colour just to see how we go. So again, just working with my darkest colour, and then I'll start pulling in as we go down. So this is the one here that's got a bit more of a purple into it. And it looks fantastic when it's done. I was quite happy with it, so that's always a good end. So it does look very, very rough here at the moment. I am only using sticker paper and until I start using the blending stump, and then I'll break down all the pencil and blend it all together. So I try to work from the outside in, so that by the time you get to the center of the image, it's a little bit lighter. So that's what I'm doing here. Just giving it a quick once over. It was a little bit too damp there. And that is the first little guy done. Just adding some black onto the buttons. And his cheeks and his nose just got a little bit too washed out, so I'm just going back in quickly. I'm using the other end of my blending stump that was still nice and clean, and blending that out. So now I'm speeding up a little bit more, and I'll just work my way through the other 4 images. So again, just adding in the darkest layer, going in with the middle color, quickly laying down the lightest color, and then I'll go through and blend all of that out. Now, once I have used a dark color, as you can see, the other end of the stump is all purple and reds now. So I will actually grab a file and gently file that down, trying to keep the point in at the same time. Okay, moving on to the third one, I'm just getting all the greys out of the way. Oh, I don't have to dirty my stump up and try and It's a cold, miserable day here today. It's absolutely bucketing down, but we need it. We're actually in a drought at the moment. A lot of our farmers are losing all of their property and all of their animals. So we're, as much as we don't want so much rain, we definitely do need it. And so it's been a nice change. So just going back into the second bunny there, I'm just adding some dark greens in, blending that out. Then I will go on to the last one. I actually want him to be an orangey kind of yellow, so I'm actually playing with a few different colours here, just trying to get to the right colour that I was after. Didn't blend as easy as I thought it was going to, so I just added a little bit more colour in there and then blended it back out again. Done the buttons, and now working on bunny number 4. Again, just popping down the darkest of the colours. Then I'll go in with the medium colour and then back to the light again. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done any videos. We've had a lot going on here at the moment. Nothing that I want to be discussing on YouTube, but just my head hasn't been focused enough to be doing videos at the moment. So I'm either going and sitting on the lounge and watching a movie with my family, just colouring on the lounge, or not really doing anything at all. So as you can see here, this is where I am, just using a file and just carefully filing the end of the colour off, ready for the next one. So I've got a nice fresh end. If you've got any tips for me for the Prismacolors, feel free to drop me a message. I'm always open to hear feedback, whether it's good or bad. The only way that we can learn is for people to help us. Going on to the last bunny here. You can see some more down the bottom there. I did actually stamp out 2 sets of the bunnies, but I am only using one. These bunnies are so cute, sitting there blowing all of their bubbles out of their containers of bubbles. Working through, putting down my last colour now, pulling all of that colour in. Blending. Now I'll grab my blending stump, the nice clean end on it, and I'll start pulling all of those colours out into the centre of the image. If you're not using sticker paper, you don't generally need to be using a blending stump, but with the sticker paper that I am using, it doesn't give a completely smooth colour, so I do like to use the blending solution. So I'm going to make my last little bunny there blue. So I did actually choose a couple of blue pencils here. So the darkest one that I was going to go with even, I'm actually going to pop that down last because I wasn't completely sure whether I wanted to add it in. I wasn't sure how dark these pencils that I had chosen were going to go. So this is me here just popping in that darkest one. I didn't add very much because I really didn't want to make the little dress too dark. So now carefully pulling that out, using the blending solution and the blending stump. And just making sure it's a nice smooth transition. Alright, on to our last little bunny. Oh, I'm just going to colour the bottle of bubbles up on that top bunny there. Just while I had the blue pencils out, I thought I'd finish that one off. So I'm going to go with a orange here. So I found a nice orange colour in my pencils, and I'm just going to add a little bit of red in to give the darker areas, and then I'll blend that out. That'll still keep it with the... Oh, sorry guys, I haven't been sleeping very well lately. Using the red pencil the image will still look orange because I am using an orange pencil underneath. but I'm just making sure that I'm not blending it out too far into the image, that way it is still orange. Just sanding off the end of the blending stump there so that I don't accidentally use it when I shouldn't be. And that was the images all coloured. Now I'm just going to use my EK Success Cutter Bee scissors to carefully fussy cut all of the images out. I didn't actually purchase the dies for this stamp set, and then I've just realised that the cheeks and nose has washed out on a couple of them, so I'm just fixing that up. So I'm just going to overlay them onto the stamp set so that you can see them. Although I am still zoomed in, you can actually see what I'm doing, but that is what I'm doing in the background. I will show you it, guys, later on. Oh, wrong way. There you go. So this is the images all coloured up. All of the bubbles and things I will actually stamp straight off. So this is everything I used on my planner layout today. This is all the images all laid out, and this is the planner layout. So I added a few little bits and pieces onto the layout, and this is it in my planner. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.